I'd like to bring the meeting to order. If you could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berlin? Mr. Manfredi?
Here.
Mrs. Miller? Here. Mrs. Jones? Here. And Mr. Weisman?
Here. I need a first and a second for approval of the agenda. Oh, Brian. Gary, any discussion? Roll call, Beth.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Weisman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones? Yes. Mrs. Miller? Yes.
I need a first and a second for approval of the minutes. I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Linda. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Weisman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones? Yes. Mrs. Miller? Yes. Mr. Berman?
Yeah. Okay, John, student and staff presentation.
Okay, this evening we have a presentation about the Berkshire Science Night. So we have two teachers with us today, Mrs. Hochschild and Mrs. Math, and they have a crew of students with them. And before they give their presentation, I'm going to play a short video with some pictures of everything that happened on Science Night, and after that, we will give them the opportunity to tell us all about it. All right, Mrs. Hochschild and Mrs. Matthew, take it over.
Can you hear me?
It's on.
So, thank you, Gary, for making the video. That's awesome. I have the pencil. So, basically, I just, wanted to, give just a brief history of how all of this came to be. So, for years and years, Mr. Jane Golden and I have been doing STEM club, STEAM club together, and then he got me into the science one, we broke me into that one. And that was for elementary though, and we would go to Case Western Reserve and compete. And our kids came back with medals every year, so it was really exciting and they loved it. Then the pandemic came, and that ruined that. And then one year they were gonna have it back, so I got the kids all rallied, and then they canceled out all the building in fun one, so I lost all the kids, which was enough. So then we started science night at Burton Elementary, and we invited Ledgemont to come and play with us, and it was super awesome. We had lots of activities, and we started putting the sixth grade project out. So then, once we came here, I wanted to do Science Olympiad, but, it was limited in that only 2 kids at a time could compete in any of the events. So there were 25 events, but only 2 kids could do, say, like the egg drop, which, 50 want to do. So then I thought, well, why don't we just have our own STEAM night here and have Science Olympiad competition, and all the kids can do it. So that's where we are right now. This is our second year of doing it. It got so much bigger and better because we now have, math involved, and all of our chemistry students, they made posters, they did face painting, they went around, did little flashcards, and it was awesome. My kids, or sixth graders got very, very excited seeing the older kids getting excited about science, and I think that sparked them on as well. They also kind of guided people around to the different events, and everything went smoothly. I even turned over the awards presentations to the students because they loved that. It was wonderful. So that's where we are now, this big thing that even next year, we're already talking about more things to do. So I think the school needs to grow some more. So, anyway, now we're gonna have the students come up. They participated in different events. I have up there, you guys can hold up the prizes that we had for the audience to see. So the very, very cool part, was that, Kaylee Powell, one of our seniors, designed all of the first place plaques. And they're actually 3D, they have little pieces, parts on them, and they're all specific to the event that the kids competed in. Then Mr. Casilla and the Makerspace and other chemistry students made the plaques out of wood and the, other material. And then, so then I just got the ribbon to go along with it, and I knew there would be a lot of egg drop students, so I got the white ribbon participation for all the egg droppers. So, and there's one video, or one picture just showing how I borrowed the wrestlers' winners podium, and so the kids got to stand up on the winning podium. It was very cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, just a picture of it. I think it's at the bottom of the email, I don't know why it's there. I only put one of them, I wanted to put every one of them in here, but I thought we could be here till tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. I think the kids faces in that video, oh, they were having so much fun. So much fun, and we actually ended up, that to me was a huge hit, I liked that. We actually used the small gym this year, we had several of the classrooms open, and we did some of the competitions there that same night, but the other ones we did beforehand. So it was great. Kids, come on up. I was watching their faces swing while they were watching the video.
Yeah.
They were like thrilled to look at it.
Whoever wants to.
Hey, I know.
Are you ready?
Talking.
You have my thumbs up if you wanted to hold.
Hi, my name is Jade, and I completed in monoplan. And I work in first place. I was prepared was I got all the materials and then I mapped out where all the materials and
Did it happen right away? Did it work plain bill? Did it work?
um, um,
Okay.
What was it made out of?
one,
Wood.
okay,
How many attempts?
two. I was very nervous when I was building it. I didn't know how it would go. And I was change the plan by probably adding less weight.
Will you do this again next week?
Probably.
So this is for all middle school, so 5 to 8 can all participate. So, a couple of the kids, the one who did the mascot card, he had been building that car every year. So that's fun. Okay.
My name is Haley Mitchell. My name is Riley Ashma. And we both competed in the Berkshire card. And we got second place. We were so close to being first, but then our second trial, the card, yeah, completely stacked. So the way we prepared for this was we tested it out a lot with a lot of filter time. And we eventually found something that worked and we're really happy until the sales attempt. But it was a lot of duct tape that went into it. In a hospital. It was really hard trying to prepare for it and see what would work. So a lot of videos. We just kept guessing and checking and doing trials after. But overall, it worked pretty good. And I plan on doing this next year. I definitely do too. And we got second place, by the way. And what I would change about it is probably the front wheel. Because it was out of phone, and I think that's the plastic one. Would have been better, but it just wasn't staying in the same place. Hi, my name is Rory, and I competed in the laser optics. I got second place. How I prepared is by learning about how light reflects off the mirrors and stuff. I was nervous and happy, like at the same time, like when I was like confusing and like beforehand. I probably changed like the way the mirrors were facing, the angle, yeah. So,
What would you do next?
I'll probably do it next year.
You might do something else.
Probably, or I might just try it.
Okay, good job.
And I think you guys know me well enough that you guys don't get off the hook that easily. So we have a little competition that's just like our science Olympiad tonight. So you guys need to form into 2 teams and we're gonna have you do a laser challenge, laser optic challenge.
Bring you forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring it up and back. The dog come out, I mean, you can remember. 3 minutes. That's what it was. Okay, so you have 3 minutes to do this. You just
please, maybe in front of you, put the frame, and maybe in front of the ladies.
Right?
Please put the frame. You need to get a bag of material. Yep. Like, yep. Never. No. I'm looking at it. That was testing. Okay. Yeah. You just feel here, one of them was black, right? You was black.
Oh,
I
was very. What do you goal to get to the community? Okay, all right. Oh, okay. Forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Students, you take one,
Can we start? No.
ready, Mark, get set, and go.
Might have more feet.
Here.
We're not supposed to touch the. Okay. Here. It was one that was the blocker.
Wow, that's really here,
Get him over to the other one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Not the.
Yeah, no, that's what we're gonna hold, we don't like that. No. Like what?
Yeah.
There can be work.
Yeah.
And that'll be a. Yeah, okay.
1 minute.
1 minute.
And then nothing more.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Good.
We save on that one thing. So.
Okay, friends, we're done.
Oh, boy. Nervous now.
So we'll finish tapping and see how we do.
Talk to now. We'll see. Oh.
A little bit. Okay. There we go. We got it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Very wide. Okay. Everybody heard that? I thought it was very wide. Oh, yeah. Oh, here I got him. Racing. What race? You say your phone? You can relate? Yeah. Yeah. It's good, yeah. Because it's long time. Okay.
I don't know, does the board want to ask any questions before they did?
Yeah.
What was your favorite event?
I want to do.
How many events did you do and what was your favorite?
I did
What one did you do again? It's hard.
The time will come. We will.
So you keep your mouth shut car and do that on your airplane and then you, yes. Did you do the same thing again and just modify that one and build off of that? Oh, I think that is for you. Yeah, they're gonna do that again next year. We're also gonna start one of them in November. Mr. Washington. One of the girls left. I just want to say real quick, too, that, so last year, Amy asked me if I was still in that state for doing some demos. So I brought down a couple of kids and they were assistants, and then we thought this year we'd get everybody out there to help. And so our plans are for, well, the students are, all the students are also going to be attending on the field trip, it's Wine Creek, and then also on your camp day that's out here. But next year we want to get more high school students going into the middle school and elementary classroom and doing some demonstrations for the kids. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about, having everybody under the same roof. But, and I'll just say too, it really is awesome, like that. Last year, when I walked in, I was amazed at the number of people that were in the store. So, you can check it out. Yeah, for sure. It's big, it's grown. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both, and Dan too.
Okay, at this point of the meeting, we are at public participation. We ask that you come forward to the podium, address the board, and be respectful. For anyone who'd like to come forward. Okay. No one at this time. Okay.
I won't go to the podium, but I want to, give silver compliment and recognition to Brian Wadsworth. In addition to making, having to make a living and his board responsibility, he volunteered for cross-country and track, and he put many hours in very effectively, and at no cost to the Berkshire School District. So I think Brian worked his butt off in many hours, and I think he's very effective. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Don. We're very appreciative of what Brian does. We all have what we're very good at, and he's really good at coaching. And he was recruiting this young lady that was up here, sixth grader. He's already recruiting her for next year. So he's definitely working the hallways, even though he's not technically in the building. So we're grateful that he's part of the district.
Thanks, Don, but you have Field of Dreams, build it and they will come, right? So we have an excellent facility, and I think it's drawing out the kids out of the hallway to participate, which is awesome. Thank you, Don.
Do the culture and senior building too.
And now all we have to do, Don, is we're gonna work on doing our cross-country course. Getting that built.
So,
Yep. Anyone else for public participation, public comment? Okay. We are at treasurer's report.
Thank you. Let the record reflect the treasurer submitted a statement to the board and to the superintendent showing the revenues and receipts, the sources derived, the various appropriations made by the board, the expenditures and disbursements, the purposes and balances remaining in each fund, the financial statements for the period in April 2024 as was submitted subject to audit, includes the financial summary, appropriation and revenue summary, check register recap, and bank reconciliation. I have a motion to approve the following donations as listed.
So, Dan? Brian? I have to say, and I said this at the last meeting, I was astonished at the amount of after prom donations that we had this year. It's just incredible, to give that whole staff, everybody that was involved, kudos. They really did a terrific job. I heard nothing but positive feedback from the whole after prom and the committee. So, thanks to Mr. Franks, obviously, for his guidance and leadership with that. As far as Beth and her family, we can't thank them enough for. They were going through a very tough time with Beth's mom passed away, but to include us and to have any donations towards the school sure speaks volumes of how important they feel the education here of the kids is. So, just want to throw a big thank you to you and your family, Beth. Any other comments? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the following financial amendments? There's 2 cash transfers. We've got 6 appropriation changes and 4 that are not.
Move.
Brian, Jody, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller? Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the 5-year forecast to be submitted to the Ohio Department of Education? So moved.
Second. Indeed. Any discussion? Roll call, Beth, please.
Mrs. Miller? Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Thank you for the treasurer's report, Beth. John, superintendent's report.
Okay, before I go through the list of motions that I have, we do have a person who's going to transition next year. Ashley is with us tonight. Ashley Brzezowski is going to transition into a position as our vocational and special programs coordinator. I'm going to allow Ashley to stand up and tell you a few words about her new role and all the awesome things she's going to bring to the district.
Thank the board, Dr. Cotter, and the community for the opportunity for this position, first of all. And in my new role, I will continue to grow the vocational program. We've expanded out to another school district with our, I have a presentation for you, so we can explain it, but we pull in our special ed community and other students and put them out to work at local job sites. Within the community, we have over 25 job sites. So I will continue to do that as well and support our new special ed director, Phil Kumafner. And I will also assist with our low incidence resource room, continue to support our special education programming, especially with preschool and K through 12, and also support the Berkshire Academy. I covered it all.
You did.
All right. Get started again about this point.
Get better soon.
Thank you.
So I would like to request a motion to approve the following personnel actions, both administrative, certified and classified as listed. It's a long list because we have limited contracts and other contracts on the list.
So moved. Jody. To me, it's pretty refreshing that we're able to grow these programs and to utilize the people that we have within our ranks, as they grow with the school. But, the whole view when we wanted to build this on this campus was that we were gonna improve and grow these programs so it would benefit our children. And Ashley, I could certainly say for you that you go all out to make sure that these kids get every opportunity they deserve, and we couldn't ask for much more, really. So, good luck in your new role, and that goes really for the other people that we're hiring in their roles as well. Any further discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to request a motion to approve the following contracts as attached.
So moved.
Ryan. Jody. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes. Okay, thank you, John. Old business.
I do have a couple of things, in terms of old business. Our, court date for the eviction hearing was rescheduled to May 23rd. And the last board meeting, I told you that we had a court date for the water issue. That was tabled, and that will not happen until July. Any other old business? New business? Okay. Board discussion. Our next board meeting will be here, June 10th, 6 p.m. on the auditorium. Executive session, we do have a need for it. There will be no action to follow. It's to consider the purchase of property for public purposes or for sale of property at competitive bidding. To prepare for, conduct, review negotiations, bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. So we need a roll call to go into. Oh, I do a motion in a second. Right. Okay. Dan, and then a roll call.
Mrs. Miller? Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfred?
Yes. Again, there'll be no action to follow. So.
Time when she had. Did she really? Oh. So moved. I need the first and the second to adjourn the meeting. So moved. Oh. Look all right now. Jody and Linda.
There you go.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller? Yes. Mrs. Stone? Yes.